Now maybe someday I'll reach that high.
The Impressions were an American vocal soul group described generally as being Chicago soul. They were formed initially in Chattanooga, and they existed from 1958 to 2018. However, the studio albums they recorded span the years 1963 to 1981. In the early days, they were led by a guy called Curtis Mayfield, who went on to have a very successful solo career in soul and funk. I did not recognise the names of any other of the members, but they have gone through a reasonable number of members over the years. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was probably the third studio album by The Impressions, and I would describe this as being Motown-style vocal soul. And think Drifters, Temptations, any of that lot. It sounds very similar to a lot of other stuff that was around at that time. At this point, the band is being led, and most of the writing of the songs is being done by Curtis Mayfield. And I would say I've not clocked them as a band before. It's not a name that I particularly recognise, and the album hasn't got a collection of hits that I know. So all the songs, bar one, I'll come back to that, is new to me. One of them sounded very like Wonderful World by Sam Cooke, to my mind. And I would say generally there are a couple of good tracks in here, but most of the time I felt like the writing was a bit of a problem here. So musically it's sung fine. It's the backing band is a nice kind of big band with some brass going on, and it all sounds very professional and very well done, but the songs themselves didn't grab me, and there were a couple of points, I have to confess, where I felt that it was rather cheesy. There were a couple of rhymes that made me wince, even kind of groan out loud, that were just so cliched. There was one track that I have a problem with songs that express the general idea of I'm being unfaithful to my partner, and I can't help it because love is making me do it, and as if people don't actually have a choice in this matter when they're back to wreck relationships. So most of the rest of them are not objectionable in that sense. There was one of the songs called Somebody Help Me, which I liked better than most of the other tracks because it was kind of bluesy in feel. So I felt better about that one. And there was another one which kind of surprised me because I kind of knew it, which is a version of a spiritual called Amen. And that track I actually enjoyed. It's a bit of an odd arrangement in it, and they've got a kind of military snare thing going, but it works and it sounds good. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Somebody Help Me. The rest of them I could just leave on a shelf and not bother with again. So I wasn't hugely impressed with it as an album, but I'd love to know what you think of this album. So there's an easy way for you to do that. Just pop something in the comments down below. That's it from me for now.